By now, most folks are aware that Bloomberg has targeted Oregon as the next battleground in his quest for gun control. But how much has he spent in the state so far? I've managed to obtain some documents from the Oregon Secretary of State regarding lobbyists and their spending. This is the 2013 Client Employer Expenditure List. You can see that Mayors Against Illegal Guns Action Fund spent $781 in the first quarter, nearly $60,000 in the second quarter, and over $23,000 in the third quarter, for a total of nearly $84,000. The fourth quarter spending has not been reported yet, but we will do a follow-up story when that information is released. Keep in mind that nearly all of this is funded by one multi-billionaire on a mission, which is in stark contrast to the oft-criticized gun lobby groups. Let's compare Mayors Against Illegal Guns spending to a pro-gun group, Oregon Firearms Federation, which has managed to spend exactly $0 on lobbyists. And no doubt the antis will be quick to demonize the NRA, which has actually worked behind closed doors to take away gun rights, but you can see here that they have spent less than 1/3 of what Mayors Against Illegal Guns has spent. There is no listing for National Association for Gun Rights or Gun Owners of America. The antis commonly refer to the corporate spending and contributions to the pro-gun groups. So let's compare some megacorporations and other big advocacy groups to Bloomberg's pet project. We'll start with one of the biggest corporations in the world, Microsoft, which hasn't even managed to eclipse Bloomberg. Neither has Miller Coors. And neither has another megacorporation, Wal Mart, nor one of the most hated banking institutions, Wells Fargo. General Motors or Google? Nope. Not even they managed to outspend Mayors Against Illegal Guns. Sticking with the tech industry, we see that such staples as Hewlett-Packard, IBM, and Intel also underspent billionaire Bloomberg. Another of the most hated banks, J.P. Morgan Chase, has also clocked in well below the gun grabbers. And perhaps the biggest multinational corporation is Apple, and surprise, surprise, not even the company that sometimes has more money than the United States federal government has been able to outspend Bloomberg. Here in Oregon, few things are more sacred than abortion rights, but the anti-gunners even outspend Planned Parenthood. And NARAL. Fortunately, for our boy Bloomy, he has managed to get upstaged by Nike and SEIU. I've also managed to obtain a document that links the registered lobbyists and the companies and groups they lobby for. Here we have a Seth Prickett, who lobbies for Mayors Against Illegal Guns, along with a couple of other groups. He also owns a bar called the Waypost. We also have a Meredith Shield, and boy does she get around. Look at all the groups she lobbies for in addition to Bloomberg. She's also a professional political consultant for Strategies 360. Next up is one Leonard Bergstein, and similar to Miss Shield, he also gets around, lobbying for several other companies. And last but certainly not least is a Jacob Weigler, who is a former staffer for Ron Wyden. He is also a consultant with Strategies 360. Notice that he does not lobby for any other group, which leads one to wonder if he might be the ringleader for the lobbying efforts for Mayors Against Illegal Guns here in Oregon. Perhaps scariest of all is the fact that despite all this spending, nothing has come up yet for Mayors Against Illegal Guns in the contributions to the politicians or PACs, which leaves the potential for hundreds of thousands of dollars to be spent in that arena.